Hi everyone. It's your girl Tina Laye, your friend, your sister, your girl. Welcome back to my channel. If Hi guys. As you can see the title, you know what you are about to watch. Thank you guys for once again. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for those of you that are keeping coming back. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Honestly, I appreciate you guys. Really. So guys, today the topic we're talking about today is an open topic. It's open topic, and this issue has been bothering me somehow because it has come to the extent that I don't really know what to decide. I don't really know what to decide anymore. So that is why I choose to bring it to my channel. So because I know I have amazing people in my channel, so we all can really discuss about this matter and give your opinion. When you watch this video, don't just pass by without dropping your opinion, because your opinions is going to matter a lot in this video. Really, your opinion is going to matter a lot. So please, after watching this video, please do drop your opinion. It matters a lot, please. Okay, so what I'm about to talk about, or what I'm going to talk about right now, is that we that is living in abroad, I mean Europe. So because I'm always thinking, yeah, we live here, so are we going to live here till we old and stay here till we old, or are we going to move back to Africa? For those of you that came from Nigeria or wherever, but are we going to move back to Nigeria, or we are just going to live our life, the rest of our life here in Europe? So this issue has been bothering me in the there was a day I know myself and my friend, we were discussing about it. So she was like, yeah, I love to live here in Europe because here in Belgium they have a tradition here in Belgium that once in a year they have public holiday once in a year. On that day is holiday, so they for people to remember their lost one. So they will buy flower, they will go to the grave and they will drop flowers there. So, and when the children, maybe those that don't have parents anymore, that don't have mom or dad anymore, so they do go to the burial ground to talk to their mom or their dad, because they believe that it's not seeing them but it can hear them. They cannot see he or she, but it can listen to them. You understand? So they always go to the grave to share their thoughts and to share their plans. There we see them off here. It happens a lot here in Belgium. Yeah. So because of that, people think, yeah, especially people that live here in Belgium. So let me talk about people that live here in Belgium. You understand? So people think that, okay, because some people, not everybody actually, they think, okay, because of that, their children were born here, they are brought up here, so for them to go back to Africa is going to be very, very difficult. You all know about that. So, and they think, okay, for them, they prefer to stay here, so, and to live the rest of their life here actually. So, and for me, I think also it's not a bad idea, it's a good idea. So, but the only area I'm really scared of is that I don't like loneliness. So with the nature of my job, I work with old people. I work for old people. Yeah, let me put it that way. I work for old people. So I've come across a lot of old people, and I talk to them a lot. So, and my working for them is also to keep their company as well. So, and it really gives me another thought, like, when I'm old, am I going to live this kind of life? Nobody to talk to, nobody comes to visit you often. You are just there all by yourself. And if you think you cannot live alone all by yourself, then the children have to bring the parents to the old people's home, to old people's home, you know. And some of all these old people, they don't want to go there because they think, yeah, they treat them there like a baby. So because of that, most of them don't really like going there. Why some, their children have to force them there? Why the children have to force them there? Because some of them, when they are old, before they walk like 5 steps, they fall down. So, and the children would think, okay, it's dangerous for their parents, and they don't have that time. They never have that time. That is the sad part of it. They never have that time. So they don't have that time to take care of the parents. They don't have that time to look after the parents. So they just like, okay, now you cannot stay on your own. It's better you go to old people's home, you know. So they'll put them there in the old people's home. But some of all these old people, they don't really like that place because they think they treat them like a baby, you know. So there are some days they can be in bad mood. They don't want to eat. They want to force them to eat. They want to force them to do a lot of things. So according to the old people, that is the information they give to me. Like, they don't really like to go there because what they are hearing about that place, you know. So, and I really feel sorry and I feel sad for them. And it makes me worried, and it makes me start thinking about myself. Like, okay, now I live in Europe. We are having kids here in Europe. So, and they are going to have this same mentality they have, the Europeans have, you understand? So even though we as Africans, we will try as much as possible to teach our kids some of African tradition or some of African ways, but they are not going to have it 100%. You and I know that. So it's not going to be 100%. They are going to have, if not 80% or more of their mentality here. You understand? So that really makes me think, like, when I'm old, so am I going to be all by myself, staying here, nobody to talk to, just stay close to your window, looking at the people that is going to the left, to the right, like, so it really saddens my heart, honestly. And it keeps me thinking, like, okay, maybe when I'm old, I have to move back to my country. And when I say that, many people are like, are you serious? I'm like, I don't know, because really, one thing is that, one, I don't like loneliness. I don't like loneliness at all. I don't like it. I don't like to live. I don't like loneliness. So I don't know, maybe by the time I become aging, maybe the things I'm finding interesting, I might not interest me anymore. Maybe the loneliness will become part of the old age. I don't know, but the way I'm seeing it right now, like, they cannot go out, they in the cold, they are all indoors. So I'm like, oh my God. So I felt bad, and I feel sorry for them, and I start thinking about my own self, like, okay, if I'm old, am I going to live like this as well? So it keeps me thinking, and that is why I'm bringing this topic here. So let's discuss about this. It's open topic. Do you think while we are aging, we should go back to Africa, or we should stay back here because our kids are here, or we should go back to Africa? Because like Africa, if you don't even have family members that wants to come and stay with you, you can have a house help. Your house help can stay with you if you want. You can have a cook, it can stay with you if you want. You can have a driver, it can stay with you if you want. They will only be going home on their off days. So you will always have people around. You can see neighbors will come to visit you. You know, in Europe, it's mind your business, I mind my business. So you hardly see the neighbors. You hardly see your neighbors. So maybe by the time you are out, they are in. When you are coming in, they are coming out. If not something important, you don't just go and ring the bell of your neighbor like, hey, hello, I want to say. It's not possible. Yeah, you all know about that. So, but it's not like Africa. All the neighbors wants to pass by, they want to say hello, they want to. So I'm just like, for me, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, loneliness, when you are aging, about loneliness, you will not experience that in Africa, for sure. You cannot experience loneliness in Africa by the time you are aging, like, okay, you are old, you are in Africa, you cannot experience loneliness, or you don't have nobody to help you. That, you cannot experience that. So that is number one. But the number two of it is that when, by the grace of God, we all is going to die one day. You know that. And so I know many people don't like saying the word die or all those kind of stuff, like it's bad omen. Yes, but it's going to happen one day. The only prayer we should be praying that God, we should be gone when we are old, so nobody's going to live forever. So, but the thing, the only part I'm finding difficult, like, okay, my kids are raised here, they are born here, so by the time I'm old, I'm gone, and I live in Africa, will they be bringing flower there to my grave? Will I be receiving flower once in a year? So I don't know. So the whole thing, you see the whole explanation. So I'm a kind of in the midst of circle right now. I'm kind of confused, you know. So I think about it a lot, because we shouldn't wait till we are old before we start taking decisions. So the decision you will take now, you will work towards it. If you are that type that wants to, like, okay, I have to go back to my country, you start working towards it before you become old, before you go for your pension. You understand? So, okay, if you are that type that's like, okay, here is where I want to live for the rest of my life till the death will come. Okay, you still work towards it, you know. You work towards it in the sense that you have to make you have to make insurance for yourself, like paying insurance, you know what I mean. So by the time you're gone, your children don't have to pay much for that, you know, because here their burial ground is very, very expensive. Yes, very, very expensive. Here in Belgium, I don't know about other Europe country, you know. So I think these are the things sometimes we need to consider, and we need to be thinking about it, and we need to be working towards it, because the Africa we came from, we were born and taught, and we grew up to know that when your parents are aging, you have to take care of them. You have to nurse them. You have to take care of them. You have to care for them. You have to even show them more love. But here is another thing differently. You understand? So it's another thing differently, and we cannot change their mindsets. We cannot just change their mind. We cannot change it. So it's their belief. It's their belief. It's what they believe, and it has been working for them, and that is how it is. So for we that have kids here, we shouldn't expect much. Okay, so even though our kids is going to be there for us as when we are old, but we shouldn't expect more the way we did for our own parents. So we shouldn't expect that same way from them. You understand? So, and this whole thing keep me thinking, honestly. So I don't know, whatever that is your opinion, please drop it down. Do you think while we are aging, we should still sit here, stay here for the rest of our lives, or by the time we are aging, we should go back to Africa, because there we will get more people around us to show us love, to care for us? Because I think Africa, one thing I think about Africa, when you have your money, you know, so far, honestly, when you have your money, that you have your money with you, you are okay. I don't think one will really go through all those suffering stuff. You understand? So because yeah, when you by the time you retired, your retirement, you'll be receiving your retirement. I'm not patronizing anybody like you must go to Africa, or you have to go to Africa when you are aging. No. It's personal opinion. You understand? So for like me, I'm like, sometimes I'm thinking to go. Sometimes in another way around, I'm thinking to stay over here. You understand? So I don't know. So that is why I really want to find out what the people think, especially those of us that is living here in abroad. What do you really think? And if you are even living in Africa, if you were to be in our shoes that you were living here, do you think you will still like to go back to Africa one day, when by the time you are old? Or you think you are going to just spend the rest of your life here in Europe? So please do drop your comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think, because I really find it it's an interesting issue that we really need to think about, because some people will like, okay, you have your kids here, what are you going to do in Africa? You know, like they always say that yeah, when you are coming to abroad, you are coming for greener pasture. So are you going to stay there for the rest of your life? Are you not going to come back home? And for those people that has property investment in Africa, so what is going to happen to all those things then? So all those things really keep me thinking, like, okay, because don't expect our kids to go back Africa, like, okay, because you have investment there or you have property there, they are going there to to start with it or to take it ahead. So all those things, what will happen with all those things? That has been the question in my mind, and sometimes I think a lot about all those things. So it really keeps me thinking and thinking. So I just like, okay, right now I have to bring this topic to my channel, so let's discuss about it. And I want to know the mind of people. I want to know what people really think about all this whole thing, you know, especially when we are aging. And that is what I'm talking about, when we are aging, when we are old, not right now. So please, if you find this video interesting, give it a thumbs up. And if you just come across this video, please subscribe and like. And for those of you that has been coming around, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys, and I will appreciate you guys more if you drop your comment and your suggestion and your opinion below. Okay, thank you guys. And